Okay, this is Lex at Max Future, and I this morning got the Magic Trackpad 2, which is the brand new Magic Trackpad that replaces the old one. And the big thing with this new trackpad is that it has force track capability. In other words, you could push down even though it's just one slab of a glass, and so this gives the same sort of force touch that you have with the newest MacBook Pros, and similar to the Touch 3D Touch, but not the same as on the new iPhone 6s. So I got it, and the other cool thing about it is it's bigger than the old trackpad. Here I'm opening it up. Here's the unboxing video. You can see the packaging is nice, but the key thing is it comes with a lightning cable, which normally costs like $30. So that's part of the value, and it has a built-in lithium battery, so you can charge it with the lightning cable, and that's a big plus because I hate changing out the batteries in my first generation Magic Trackpad. And so just like the new keyboard, which is also has a battery in it built in and is charged by a lightning cable, this one is also. Now, it also works with Bluetooth, and it's supposed to be Bluetooth 4.0. Initially, I'm trying to set this up with my 2011 MacBook Air, and one of the cool things about it is that if you hook it up with the lightning cable to the Mac, it will automatically pair it with the Bluetooth. So I tried to do that with the MacBook Air, and I had a little bit of a problem. I'll show it to you, but here again in the video, I'm showing you the different looks to this device in terms of having a lightning cable and what it looks like. Here I'm connecting it to the MacBook Air, and in the video I'll show you on the MacBook Air you'll get a little notification when it pairs. Let me show you. So here in the screen recording, you can see when I connect it, this little window pops up that says Trackpad ready to use. You can now use the Apple Magic Trackpad. Now, when I first hooked up the Magic Trackpad 2 to my iPad Air, I saw that little indication that it was connected and working, and I could move the cursor around, but then I noticed in the settings, none of the settings worked with the Magic Trackpad 2. In other words, it didn't recognize that it had force touch. When I changed the speed of the cursor moving around, nothing happened. It only worked with the internal trackpad on my MacBook Air. And I called Apple, and they were very helpful. And the guy there asked me what kind of operating system I was running, and I was running El Capitan, but a beta version of it. Now, he said, well, that could be the problem. It could be that the beta version doesn't, have what's needed to recognize the Magic Trackpad 2. And I didn't really understand why, because the beta version would be more up to date than whatever was released to the public. But sure enough, he was right. Actually, he sent me this link to this very helpful page on the support page of Apple on using the Magic Trackpad and Force Touch. And but anyways, the bottom line is I downloaded the official release of El Capitan on my iMac, and it seemed to work. When I did get the Magic Trackpad 2 to work with my iMac after downloading not the beta of El Capitan, but the official release to the public, I finally got the settings in the preferences to sort of recognize that I had the Magic Trackpad 2. And the key things is the settings are different when you have the Magic Trackpad 2. For example, when I had this lookup data and detectors, I didn't have this setting, force click with one finger, which is the force click on the Magic Trackpad. Also, in this settings, in terms of track speed, I didn't have different levels of track speed for clicking, light, medium, firm. I just had track speed for moving your cursor around. And then finally, force click and haptic feedback, click, then press firmly for quick look up in variable speeds. So, you have to have this in here for the system to recognize. So the key thing is, if you're running the beta of El Capitan, for some reason the beta isn't recognizing the Magic Trackpad 2. So if you're having problems using the Magic Trackpad 2 in El Capitan, it could be because you're running the beta. Now, I'm not sure what that means. Like, I would think that future betas are supposed to be more advanced, so I don't understand why Apple's not incorporating the beta. So anyways, but the official release of El Capitan, not the beta, will work with the Magic Trackpad 2 on legacy iMacs. And now here's one interesting thing. Supposedly it only works with Bluetooth 4. The Bluetooth 4.0, but I disconnected the Lightning cable from my iMac, and my iMac is a 2010 iMac. It doesn't have Bluetooth 4.0, and it's working fine. I'm still getting, all the force touch and movements on it. So, I don't know why Apple said that, but it does seem to work fine with non-Bluetooth 4.0 iMacs. Now, to test that the Force Touch worked, one place I went to is this website called by freenbickler.me apps, and this guy created some JavaScript to show that 3D Touch, which is on the iPhone 6s, works on the web. So I thought I would take my Magic Trackpad, which only has Force Touch, not 3D Touch, to see if it worked. Now, on an iPhone, like when you click the sun on the screen of an iPhone 6s, it'll pop up. Now, I'm using my regular trackpad, nothing happens. And when I use the Magic Trackpad, nothing happens when I push on the sun. However, because I guess that's only, the code there is only looking for 3D Touch, which is different than Force Touch. So 3D Touch on the iPhone 6s is different because there's multi-levels of pressure, while Force Touch is different. But here's what's interesting. You can on the web, like if I use the regular trackpad, nothing happens when I click on 3D Touch up here at the top. But if I click with the Magic Trackpad, you can look up the meaning of words on the web just by pressing down. So I get this pop-up. So in other words, the Magic Trackpad is working on my iPad, but it doesn't provide what you would get on an iPhone 6s or 6 Plus. So overall, I really like the Magic Trackpad 2. I mean, it is expensive. It's $129. But what are the big advantages over the old trackpad? One, it has a rechargeable lithium battery that can be charged with a lightning cable. Two, it works when you don't have Bluetooth, and when you connect it with the lightning cable to a legacy Macintosh, it'll work if you have El Capitan running. And the other big advantage is that, it gives you a way to have Force Touch on your Macintosh, whether it's an iMac, a Mac Mini, or a MacBook Air, or portable. And, even if it's a legacy, it seems to work if you're running El Capitan. So, it is a little pricey, but it's going to bring, more functionality to your Mac, and you're going to have a rechargeable trackpad that also works with a lightning cable. So overall, I think it's worth it, even though it's a little pricey.